Archangel Michael says, be careful, this is not a joke. Someone made a very large payment to a person to take what belongs to you, and you must open this quickly. The heavens are shaking with urgent warning as Archangel Michael himself stands at attention. Your name has been mentioned in dark places, your possessions marked. This is not a moment to scroll past. This is not a message to ignore. What you are about to learn could save everything you've worked for, everything you love, everything you're destined to receive. The forces working in darkness have been tracking you, watching your movements, studying your patterns. They know your strengths, your weaknesses, your vulnerable moments. Money has already changed hands, the contract signed with your name on it, the payment process to target what is precious to you, what is rightfully yours. Time is running short to shield yourself, to protect what belongs to you, to stand against what has been set in motion against you without your knowledge. Only immediate action can stop what they have started. Only quick response can neutralize the threat the darkness thinks you'll never see coming. Archangel Michael stands ready, but you must choose to listen. You must decide to act while there is still time. Like this video if you receive this divine warning and stand in protection over yourself and your family against these wicked plans. Archangel Michael is watching, guiding, warning those who are willing to hear, those brave enough to face the truth. The moment you engage is the moment heaven knows you're listening, knows you're ready to resist the darkness that paid to take what's yours. Evil moves when no one is looking. It creeps through digital spaces, through casual conversations, through seemingly innocent encounters. You've been specifically chosen, targeted, marked because of what you carry, what you're building, what you're about to step into. The contract against you wasn't cheap, wasn't casual, wasn't an afterthought. They invested heavily to ensure your downfall. Darkness seeks to steal what you've earned, what you've built, what heaven has designated for your future and your legacy. They know your potential, your purpose, your power, and it terrifies them enough to pay substantial sums to stop you. The transaction was completed in secret, but Archangel Michael witnessed it all and now stands ready to expose every detail. Type Amen if you stand against these dark forces that attempt to purchase your demise, that seek to buy rights to your destruction. Declare protection over what belongs to you, what was given to you, what was destined for you from the beginning. Your engagement breaks their first line of attack. The payment was substantial, shocking even to those who monitor the spiritual realm. They spared no expense in their determination to possess what is yours. They believe money can buy anything, even your destruction, your removal, your complete separation from divine provision and protection. Evil invests where it sees threat, where it recognizes power, where it understands the magnitude of what you're carrying. They target your prosperity, your abundance, your financial breakthrough, because they know lack would limit your impact, your reach, your ability to fulfill your purpose. This is not random, not coincidental, not ordinary spiritual warfare. This is calculated, coordinated, costly, because you are valuable beyond measure. Archangel Michael says, stand firm, for the battle for your possessions, for your peace, for your prosperity is raging fiercer than you know. You have been chosen to fight this battle not because you are weak, but because you are strong enough to win, strong enough to overcome. Type 777 if you will not let them take what's rightfully yours, what heaven has assigned to you, what your destiny requires you to protect. Your declaration sends shockwaves through the spiritual realm, puts your enemies on notice that you are aware and standing guard. The hands that move against you are clever. They disguise themselves as friends, as opportunities, as coincidences, offering help, offering solutions, offering ways forward. They create financial traps, unexpected expenses, suspicious opportunities designed to drain your resources, to redirect your focus, to create vulnerability. Behind friendly smiles and casual conversations lies something sinister, a coordinated effort to separate you from your blessings, your breakthroughs, your divine provisions. Their methods are subtle but devastating, small redirections that lead to massive detours, kind words that hide cruel intentions, helpful gestures that create harmful dependencies. They want you distracted, divided, and depleted so you won't notice as they quietly take position to claim what was always meant to be yours. Type 1M: protected, to break their contract, to nullify their investment, to return their darkness to its source. Speak it, declare it, establish it in the spiritual realm where battles are won or lost before they ever manifest in the physical world. Your words carry power, authority, dominion over these plans when aligned with heavenly protection before it's too late. They seek your purpose, your peace, your prosperity, the three pillars that support your divine assignment on this earth. They pay to steal your clarity, your direction, your understanding of why you're here, what you're built for, where you're going. The contract was created to block your breakthrough, your elevation, your next level that stands just beyond this current season. This is about more than material possessions, more than money, more than earthly success. It's about your kingdom impact, your spiritual legacy, your heaven-ordained influence. The payment was specifically for your downfall, your distraction, your destruction, because your future terrifies the forces of darkness. What you carry, what you're becoming, what you will build has caused panic in the enemy's camp, enough to pool resources specifically against you, specifically against your rise. All of this because what's coming next in your life will damage their dark kingdom beyond repair. Type 333 if you're standing in faith for protection over everything that belongs to you, everything assigned to your name, everything connected to your destiny. Declare yourself under divine covering, under angelic protection, under heaven's watchful gaze that sees what human eyes cannot. Your declaration activates spiritual forces. Archangel Michael stands with flaming sword drawn, positioned between you and those who paid to harm you, his wings spread wide, his armor gleaming. Heavenly protection surrounds those who respond to this warning, those who take it seriously, those who recognize the gravity of what's happening in the unseen realm. Divine intervention is canceling evil contracts, tearing up agreements, nullifying payments that were made with your name attached to them. Angels are being dispatched to guard your possessions, your opportunities, your open doors that lead to prosperity and purpose. The light is exposing what darkness thought would remain hidden, bringing to your awareness things you need to see, people you need to recognize, situations you need to avoid. The enemies are trembling as their plans unravel before their eyes. Type Archangel Michael: protect me, to activate a stronger defense, to call upon heavenly forces to intervene in your situation. Your words are more powerful than you know. They echo through spiritual places. They command attention from both light and darkness. Heaven responds to those who call upon protection, who stand in faith, who refuse to surrender what rightfully belongs to them. They operate in networks of darkness, not as individuals but as coordinated groups, sharing resources, sharing information, sharing strategies, all focused on stopping your rise. They target those with spiritual gifts, with divine potential, with important assignments, because these are the ones who threaten their dark kingdom. They fear your approaching breakthrough, the one that's been prophesied, the one that's been promised, the one that's been prepared, because it will establish something they cannot easily tear down. Their plan has multiple phases already in motion, some aimed at your mind, some at your finances, some at your relationships, some at your health, all working together to create maximum damage. They have studied your patterns, your habits, your weaknesses, looking for entry points, vulnerabilities, moments when your guard might be down. Some you know, some you trust, some you would never suspect are connected to this plan through various degrees of separation, some knowingly, some unknowingly. The entire operation centers on preventing what heaven has next for you. Type expose my enemies, to bring them to light, to reveal their true intentions, to uncover their hidden connections. Declare spiritual discernment over hidden threats, over masked dangers, over wolves in sheep's clothing who entered your life. Truth is a weapon darkness cannot withstand. The transaction happened recently, within days, within weeks, catching heaven's attention because of its size, its specificity, its targeted nature. Multiple parties are involved in this plot, some contributing funds, some offering information, some providing access, some creating distraction, all working toward your downfall. They pooled resources specifically against you, combining their dark efforts, because individually they were not strong enough to stop what God has started in your life. The timing of their attack is calculated, designed to hit before your breakthrough, before your elevation, before your next level of influence and impact. They know something you don't know about what's coming next for you, about the magnitude of your assignment, about the power of your purpose. Their urgency reveals how close you are to something monumental, something transformative, something that will change everything for you. The larger the payment, the closer your blessing. Type cancel the contract, to nullify their plans, to render their investment worthless, to turn their strategies into confusion. Stand firm against financial and spiritual warfare, against plots designed in darkness, against agreements made without your consent. Your authoritative declaration creates disturbance in enemy camps, puts fear in those who thought you would remain unaware, removes power from their schemes. Unseen warfare rages over your life, over your future, over your destiny, with angelic forces positioned for your defense, for your protection, for your victory. Archangel Michael leads heavenly armies against those who conspired, who invested, who contracted to steal what belongs to you, what was promised to you, what awaits you. Your awareness strengthens your protection, your vigilance reinforces your defenses, your declarations establish boundaries that darkness cannot cross. The enemy fears your spiritual authority, your connection to heaven, your understanding of who you truly are and what you can command in the spiritual realm. This battle intensifies because your next season threatens their entire operation. Your coming influence will dismantle what they've built. Your approaching authority will free those they've trapped. They see what you don't yet see, they know what you don't yet know, they understand what you don't yet understand about the power that resides within you. Their fear of your potential is revealed in the price they were willing to pay to stop you. Type victory is coming, to declare your outcome, to establish your expectations, to set in motion the defeat of these dark forces. Claim triumph over these enemy camps, over their strategies, over their investments that were meant to destroy everything you've built. Your proclamation initiates celebration in heavenly places. Specific spiritual defenses must be activated, daily declarations must be spoken, morning prayers must be established to create a shield around everything that belongs to you. Archangel Michael says, speak aloud, I am protected, I am covered, I am hidden in divine light where darkness cannot find me, cannot touch me, cannot harm me. Daily declare what is yours, what belongs to you, what has your name on it in the spiritual realm, claiming ownership before enemies can contest it. Prayers that Archangel Michael responds to include those that acknowledge divine protection, that establish heavenly boundaries, that invite angelic intervention into your daily life. Steps to secure what they want to take include remaining vigilant about new connections, new opportunities, new information that comes suddenly without warning, without context. The enemies will not easily surrender their plans, but your consistent spiritual posture creates defense. They cannot penetrate barriers, they cannot cross protection, they cannot overcome. Type my protection is activated to secure yourself, to establish your spiritual boundaries, to create supernatural defense around your life. Your declaration is heard in heavenly places, acknowledged by angelic forces, recognized as your stance against what was planned against you. This becomes your spiritual position, your warfare declaration, your line in the sand that darkness dares not cross without consequences. They will try different approaches. When this one fails, when their investment yields no return, when their contract is nullified by divine intervention. Watch for these signs in coming days: unexpected financial offers, unusual communications, sudden friendship attempts, all designed to regain access to what they lost. People who may be involved unknowingly include new acquaintances who ask too many questions, who seem too interested, who offer help too quickly without established trust. Be vigilant with what you share, what you accept, what you allow into your space, into your mind, into your plans during this season of transition. Their desperation will grow as your protection strengthens, forcing them to attempt more obvious methods, more direct approaches, more recognizable tactics. What they do next will reveal exactly who they are, exactly what they want, exactly how far they're willing to go to stop your rise. Stay alert, stay aware, stay protected. Type 1 will stay alert to maintain protection, to preserve awareness, to commit to spiritual vigilance over everything that matters. Your commitment to watchfulness dismantles traps before they're set, disrupts plans before they form, prevents attacks before they launch. The enemy cannot surprise those who remain spiritually awake, consistently aware, constantly covered. Divine justice overturns evil plans, reverses wicked intentions, returns darkness to its source with perfect accuracy, perfect timing, perfect measure. What happens to those who attack God's protected ones is written in spiritual law, is established in heavenly courts, is executed with divine precision. Their schemes will backfire, capturing them in the very traps they set, creating the very downfall they planned for you, exposing them to the very darkness they tried to use. Heavenly retribution for their contract comes not from your vengeance, but from divine justice that balances scales, restores order, protects the innocent. Those who invested in your harm will watch as their investment becomes the very thing that elevates you, blesses you, positions you for greater impact. What they meant for evil, God transforms for good, multiplied beyond measure. Type justice is mine to activate divine retribution, to set in motion heavenly consequences, to establish supernatural repayment. Release the situation to higher powers, to stronger authorities, to perfect justice that knows exactly what happened, exactly who was involved, exactly what restoration is required. Your declaration removes it from human limitation, places it under divine jurisdiction, ensures perfect resolution according to heaven's timing. What was meant for harm transforms to blessing, to elevation, to advancement beyond what would have happened without their interference, without their investment, without their attention. The greater purpose behind this attack is to position you for promotion, to prepare you for greater authority, to place you on heaven's radar for specific assignment. Your destiny remains secure despite their payment, despite their planning, despite their coordinated efforts, because what God has established cannot be purchased, cannot be stolen, cannot be redirected. Greater rewards await those who stand firm during attack, who maintain faith during opposition, who continue moving forward during resistance. Your compensation comes directly from heaven's treasury. This situation becomes your testimony, your story, your evidence of divine protection that will encourage countless others facing similar battles, similar opposition, similar warfare. The very attack designed to end your journey becomes the launching pad for your greatest advancement, your most significant impact, your most profound influence. What the enemy paid to prevent becomes what God uses to promote beyond your wildest expectations. Type: my breakthrough is coming. To claim your future, to establish your expectation, to align yourself with divine timing. Declare faith in heaven's perfect schedule, perfect plan, perfect execution that cannot be thwarted, cannot be delayed, cannot be cancelled by enemy interference. Your prophetic declaration becomes a beacon guiding angelic assistance. Archangel Michael's promise of protection stands secure, established, unshakable for those who heed this warning, who take action, who position themselves under divine covering. The divine assignment over your life has been written, sealed, preserved in heavenly places where no human hand, no demonic interference, no earthly power can alter its content. Heaven continues watching, guarding, directing every detail of your journey, especially during seasons of targeted attack, coordinated opposition, strategic warfare. The defeat of your enemies is assured, guaranteed, certain, not because of your strength, but because of who stands with you, who fights for you, who covers you. Archangel Michael says, do not fear, do not waver, do not hesitate in moving forward. Your path is secured, your provision guaranteed, your protection established. What awaits you is greater than what opposes you, stronger than what attacks you, more powerful than what threatens you. Archangel Michael says, rise and declare victory, stand and proclaim triumph, advance and claim territory that enemies thought they had purchased rights to. Type: victory is mine. To finalize your position, your stance, your unshakable confidence in divine intervention, divine protection, divine justice. Stand in heavenly authority over this situation, over these enemies, over these attacks, knowing that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. The evil contract is nullified, cancelled, revoked by higher authority, by stronger power, by divine intervention that supersedes all earthly agreements. The payment was wasted, thrown away, squandered on a mission that could never succeed, could never prevail, could never accomplish its dark purpose. Your enemies are retreating, running, hiding, seeking shelter from the light that now exposes their every move, their every intention, their every plan. Divine protection surrounds you, shields you, defends you from every direction, every attack, every strategy designed against your well-being, your purpose, your destiny. Archangel Michael stands guard, heaven watches over you. The divine plan for your life continues, unhindered, unstoppable, unrestricted. It is done, it is finished, it is accomplished according to heaven's perfect will.